Hey LunchBox Science, we're in San Francisco. So I've been traveling most of this month, which is why I haven't made a video in a little bit. I know, there's always a reason. I know. So I've been visiting my sister in San Francisco for a few weeks and I'm having the most amazing time. But I've been taking you guys with me in the form of my camera all over the city. It's like we've been traveling together this whole time, guys. I didn't forget about you. Now, something that San Francisco has is pretty iconic and it's interesting scientifically. I give you San Francisco fog. Fog on the Golden Gate, fog on the hills, and fog in the city all day, every day. A lot of famous people have said a lot of things about the San Francisco fog, both loving it and hating it, mixed reviews. There's even a Twitter account run by Carl, San Francisco Fog. It's hilarious, go check it out, he's awesome. These are some stills taken from an incredible time-lapse video of the fog rolling in over the city. Why does it happen? So San Francisco fog has a lot to do with air and water currents. Cold water from the North Pacific Ocean is pushed by ocean currents towards the California coast where it converges. Over the ocean there's always this dense layer of sea spray and water vapor that's called the marine layer, and that gets pushed towards the California coast as well by air currents. When that water vapor gets over the cooler water by the California coast, the water vapor itself cools and condenses around any condensation nuclei or solid particles that are in the air to form what is basically a cloud, except lower to the ground. Now, the difference in temperatures between the sea and the California coast are pretty extreme. The water on the California coast never really gets above 50 degrees, and the land can get to well above 100, though not in San Francisco. It's freezing here. That temperature difference creates a pressure gradient that tends to push the fog off of the California coast and the waters onshore. It accumulates especially heavily around San Francisco because the San Francisco Bay basically acts as a funnel. All of those air currents just basically push the fog through the funnel and it just sits there in the bay like a big cloud. Because the city heats up during the day, the fog tends to roll back, and then at dusk or in the early morning you'll see it rolling in over the hills. It's a really beautiful thing. It's a really beautiful city, and if you ever get the chance to come, I highly recommend it. It's unique, it's welcoming, it's accepting. It's one of the greenest cities I've ever had the privilege to visit. Buses run on biofuel and electricity. There's always a bin for the compost, the recycling, and the trash. San Francisco and the surrounding area is also a huge area for technological advances and scientific discovery. I just posted a link to my Facebook page about an advancement in robotics that's happening in the San Francisco Bay. It's really cool, you should check it out. Shortly on my blog, I'll be posting a list of scientific advances that originated in San Francisco or that are going on now that have the potential to really change the scientific sphere in technology and biotechnology. I hope you guys are having a great July. Don't forget to pack your lunchbox.